Hello friends, myself Sriranga Korde. In this video, we are going to understand how do I develop a very simple or introductory program, sort of Hello World, using Visual Studio Code. So before using Visual Studio Code, one needs to understand from where I need to download this particular Visual Studio Code, and then how do I need to do a pre-configuration or sort of a prerequisites I will say before I start using it. So to understand it, one needs to now go to the browser. So let me now take you to the browser. So here you can see that I have typed Visual Studio Code, and then in that download you can see the various things. So in the download you can see the Visual Studio Code is for Windows, then it's for Ubuntu and things like that. So appropriately you please download the version that you require as per your laptop operating system or desktop operating system. Once you are done with it, please install the Visual Studio Code. After you are doing the installation, then one needs to use or one needs to configure it so that we can start using it for doing C or C++ development. So that means we need to configure Visual Studio Code for Microsoft C++. So that means essentially you need to have Visual Studio Code, so which I just have told you. Then you need to install the extension. So this is that extension. It is very easy. After you have installed Visual Studio Code in the extensions, you will see as part of the extensions, this particular extension. If you just type C or C++, you are going to get this. So you just click on install and then you simply install. Then you require a Microsoft Visual compiler, okay, or MSVC compiler. So to do that, you basically can just go to the download page and you can download it, and you basically will have this compiler. Why? Because using this compiler only the C or C++ programs will get compiled. So just to give you an idea, if you already have say Visual Studio on your laptop or on your desktop, then as part of workloads you need to ensure that you have this desktop development with C++. So that is essentially, this is an input given to those people who already have basically Visual Studio already installed. Okay, if you not, then obviously here you can see the steps. So these steps are very easy, and you can simply follow these steps. In few minutes you will be ready with all these things which are mentioned on this page. Okay, so after that, now you basically need to open up this developer prompt. So here you will see so if I just type developer or dev, then you basically are going to get this developer command prompt. Okay, so I just told you like I have this 2019 compiler. So let me just select this command prompt. So after I select this command prompt, you are basically going to see this prompt. Okay, then after that you just issue the command which is cl, which ensures that there is a MSVC or Microsoft Visual compiler is there. Why? Because I just told you this is a prerequisite. Okay, so that's the third point I just told you. This is MSVC compiler. So how do I invoke MSVC compiler? By doing CL. That means it's just a check. Okay, so that our Visual Studio Code will compile properly and it will start compiling the code that we are going to develop. And for that you require a CL compiler. Now we need to start a Visual Studio Code. So for that you simply type code and then dot. Okay, that means you want to start code in this current directory, but you don't want. Why? Because this is not the place where I have created my own code or my own project. So I'm going to go to my folder, and here I have basically something like 10 projects, and then I have Visual Studio Code project. So here I am going to issue this command code and dot. So after that you basically are going to see this Visual Studio VS Code project. Why? Because that's the name that I have given to that folder. Now what you can do is basically you can simply expand this, and then here you will see new file. Okay, so you can simply do the new file. There are other ways to do that new file also. You from here you can do new files and things like that. Okay, so I'm just telling you a very simple thing, how the things are going to work. So I will say simply new file, and then let us say that I want to give the name of the file as say hello 123. Okay, so obviously I will say .c. Why? Because it's a C file that I want to create. Now I will basically type in the code. So here you will see that include, when I was typing include, automatically the help has started coming. Then if I just type stdr.h, then the help will come. So we will obviously study what is this, why are we including stdr.h and all that, that we will see later. But essentially it stands for standard input output. Then we can basically type the code. So we can simply type the code here, and then I will simply type printf. So here once again you will see the help has coming, and then I will say hello 123. Then I will have the last statement, which is return 0. Okay. Now to execute this code, you will see on the right hand side there is a run or a debug. So you can see this run or a debug. So right now we are going to do the running, and then later we will see how do you debug. Okay. So let me just click on run. Or another way could be, here also you can see there is a run, and then from here you can run. So that means run without debugging is essentially plain run. Okay. So you can simply use Control F5 and you can also do that way. Okay. So however, this is very easy because you are able to see it here. So we can simply say run. So if you see run, automatically it is going to run in this terminal, and then you are going to get this output as hello 123. So that's essentially the output that you basically have got just now after executing it. Okay. Now there are other things which basically I just wanted to highlight. So how does it take care? So here you will see automatically a file called task.json was created, and in that this compiler was taken. So for the first time when you are running, because I have executed it and I am running this Visual Studio Code for multiple files, so that's why it didn't ask me. But when you first time when you are going to execute, you simply have to tell CL and that's it, because that's why I shown you that if you have CL, then you are done, you don't require anything. So that's essentially the simple thing that you need to understand or you need to know before you start coding C programs. So I hope you got these simple things as part of a very introductory program about how do I write a simple program. In the next video, we will understand how do I do the debugging also, so that that feature of Visual Studio Code also can be seen, and we will see it in working. Thank you.